Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Aries September 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing up is as far as September goes, Venus will be in Libra from the 14th until the 30th. So the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, Aries, you may connect with a Libra Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that simply embodies Libra characteristics. It could be for a significant other situation, a marriage partner. It could also be about valuing balance, tact, diplomacy, negotiation in relationships at this time, and also maybe even it could be about money spent on legal matters at this time as well, and on some kind of litigation. And this could also be a time too where it could also be about trying to maybe have maybe valuing, maybe being at peace in some cases with an open adversary or a legal opponent. And it could also be about in some cases, money spent on Libra relationships. Again, it could be with Libra, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Libra traits. And also, too, in some cases, this could be about money being spent on really on things connected. It could be with some kind of Libra partnership, such as something with a legal, maybe something with the law, or something like a law partnership, or something with art, or if there's anything with arbitration, if a partnership could possibly exist in connection with that, anything that could be Libra related. So anyway, next thing up, Mars will be in Virgo, so the 6th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, one way this may manifest, if you're unattached at this time, Aries, you may connect with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that simply embodies Virgo traits. It could be someone prominent in your daily routine, your work, your place of employment, maybe somebody you know at some fitness or health club. Could also be about really where the situation, perhaps with an aunt or an uncle, someone prominent in your daily routine, and a fellow employee, situation may be more contentious than usual. It could be with a lot of complaining, a lot of critical energy, a lot of judgmental energy, and maybe arguments over health and hygiene, and at this time as well. But also could be about injecting a lot of in really over health and hygiene, perhaps connected with an aunt or an uncle, someone prominent in your daily routine. And also you might find out, or you might see, I should say, you should see at this time, this could be about injecting a lot of energy into a Virgo type of employment. It could be where you're extrapolating data, or doing some kind of cleaning, professional organizing, and detailing, anything where you have to be very punctilious with details, such as something with data entry, computer programming, anything that could be really that could be Virgo related at this time. And also too, at this time, it could be that perhaps nagging employees might be becoming a headache. You might feel like you're getting a figurative headache from people that are complaining a lot, and really being critical and judgmental and overly exacting in your daily routine at this time, or maybe your place of employment or a place of fitness, or even people that you may be rendering some kind of service to. So anyway, and also avoid, there could be greater propensity for accidents at the workplace at this time, more so than usual. So anyway, next thing up, Jupiter will be in Sagittarius still, so the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, one way this may manifest, this could be, as I've spoken about in previous videos, Jupiter could be rather paradoxical, could be very strongly benign and benevolent, but it could also have a tendency to enlarge and expand. Now, in a lot of cases, this could enlarge and expand perhaps foolhardy, reckless, over optimistic, over exuberant, over enthusiastic behavior, perhaps from an in-law, a grandchild, someone you may know at a religious congregation, or even maybe a foreigner, someone you know at a college, university, but at the same time, or it could even be in the way your interactions with them. Now, it could also be at this time too. Another way this could pan out. This could be a time too. This could be very auspicious and favorable, perhaps for Sagittarius type publishing, such as doing maybe publishing something connected with horses, stables, sports, foreign travel, something connected with advertising or translation, anything that could be Sagittarius related. And also too, this could be very good and very fortuitous for perhaps doing something Sagittarius related as far as higher education goes, such as something with translation or foreign travel. It could be maybe learning to doing something maybe with that's sports related, something with the law, perhaps anything that could be Sagittarius related. So anyway, well, the next thing up, and also I want to get back to that one thing also about Jupiter and Sagittarius in the ninth house being emphasized and highlighted. This could also be a time too where it could also be putting a lot of really expand, perhaps very enthusiastic, expansive and enthusiastic energy in ninth house related matters at this time. So anyway, next thing up, Saturn will be in Capricorn still, so the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, Aries, you might find you may be facing some kind of restrictions or limitations in your career at this time, gaining notoriety, exposure, recognition. It could also be about gaining structure and discipline in your career at this time, and in dealings maybe perhaps with the dominant parent, which is often the father. Now, in some cases, this may manifest in taking care of a sickly or debilitated dominant parent, authority figure that may be, it could be something that could be Capricorn related, such as something with the knees, the bones, the skin, something with the hamstrings perhaps, and it might be making you feel somewhat despondent and melancholy at this time. Now, it could also be another way this may manifest. This could be about older people in times, might be figuring more prominently in your recognition, perhaps your public image, your reputation in some cases. So, and also too, you might be finding yourself doing something Saturn/Capricorn related as far as a career goes at this time. It could be something connected with dentistry or doing some work with the bones or something where it could be with timekeeping, anything that could be Saturn related, something with business or politics. So anyway, next thing up, Uranus will be in Taurus still, so the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, one way this may manifest, this could be about where you're dealing with a lot of fluctuation in your income. It could be at times maybe perhaps financial fluctuations might impact strongly your self-esteem, your self-worth at this time. And also too, it could be about dealing with you might be doing something somewhat unique as far as financial matters may go. It could be doing something with Bitcoin at this time in order to, it might maybe dealing with that. It could be doing something too where your values might be somewhat unorthodox or unusual at this time. Or you might find yourself generating income from something Uranus related. It could be something, could be, for example, astrology, astronomy, aerospace, computers, electronics, innovation, and it could be something you do with certain persistence. So we are talking about Taurus energy at this time, but at the same time, it could also be accumulating Uranus type possessions, such as things connected with astrology, astronomy, something with computers, electronics, things that might be seen as unusual at this time, but at the same time, you might feel like you might be desiring more independence and freedom in matters pertaining to making money at this time, and really, and whether it might be simply requiring more time off from where you work, or maybe doing something where you go into like a business for yourself. So, anyway. Next thing up, Neptune will be in Pisces still, so the 12th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this can manifest in a multitude of ways. Hold on a moment, people. Now, deception may come from one's self-undoing. In some cases, it could be also at this time, too, where you might be showing a lot of self-sacrificing energy for helping those that are less fortunate than yourself, such as the impoverished, the oppressed, the homeless, and the hungry. And also, too, at this time, hidden enemies are, I mean, they're always going to be difficult to see, but they might even be increasingly difficult because Neptune energy, of course, very nebulous, very unclear, and these people might even be harder to really see at this time, even more so than usual. But another way this may manifest, this could be about doing something Neptune-like in solitude and seclusion, such as doing something perhaps with the metaphysical, which includes astrology, chemistry, photography, poetry, dancing, something with illusion, such as doing magic, learning magic tricks, anything that could be Neptune related. And also, too, in some cases, this could be about incarceration through something Neptune related, such as some with drugs, alcohol, some kind of crime of deception, whether it could be money laundering or some kind of using fake IDs, anything that could be connected with deception, or anything that would be perhaps Neptune would be, well, I should say, would be Neptune related. Now, and also, too, this could manifest in some isolated cases in dealing with some kind of confounding or confusing mental illness at this time. But this could be very isolated, and a lot of this can be predicated and dependent on aspects. This makes the points in your chart, and adverse aspects, say, to your I say a square to your third house cusp, or an adverse aspect to your natal Mercury, for example, could increase that propensity for this. Now, last but not least, Pluto will still be in Capricorn, so the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, one way this could pan out is that, now, in some cases, you might find yourself, I mean, I don't want to say the dreaded D word, but I'm going to anyway. This could manifest in an actual or literal death of the dominant parent, which is often the father. It could be someone in a position of authority, an authority figure. Maybe in some cases it could be someone prominent in your career, or someone that's played a role in your public image, your reputation, say if you're connected with a promoter, or someone that's helped you with your advertising with some business, for example. Now, another thing too, this could also be about doing something Plutonian-like as far as a career goes, such as something with insurance or transformation, which could be like doing some rebuilding on a vehicle, be recycling, something with this, the supernatural, the occult, astrology, something connected with the death profession, such as doing work as a coroner, mortician, or funeral director. And also, too, this could just simply be about getting more power in your career and wanting more power. Just be careful this doesn't translate to being overly ruthless and romping over others to attain success or attain some kind of position of authority at this time. But also, too, at this time, this could also be, when you're talking about Pluto energy, this could often be about where one may expect some kind of infallibility from others, and you might be expecting this in some cases from the dominant parent, which is often the father, authority figures, people prominent in your career. It could even be businessmen you might be dealing with, or even older people, anything that could be 10th house related. Now, in some cases, this could be about the obliteration or destruction of one's reputation or one's career. But at the same time, remember, we're talking about Pluto. It can often be about the rebirth and revitalizing, the regeneration of this as well. And a lot of times when something goes down with Pluto, it could always resurface later on. And a lot of this, of course, again, could be predicated and dependent upon aspects. This makes the points in your chart. This makes an adverse aspect, say, to your natal Saturn. That could increase that propensity for maybe those kind of issues, perhaps, as far as a career goes, as far as some kind of destruction in connection with it. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Aries September 2019 horoscope forecast part 2 of 2. Stay tuned next time where I'll be giving you my Taurus September 2019 horoscope forecast part 1 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.